to the Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast, episode 190, last episode of 2021. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be.
It has to be. I didn't even realize that.
It is December 29th, 2021, as of yesterday.
You know, when 2020 was ending, I thought, man, I really hope 2021 doesn't go as slow as that. I don't think it did.
We're at the end.
Yeah.
I guess we had a lot of stuff to look forward to.
Like what?
Yeah, I think the thing of the year was waiting for the wedding. I think that was always like the hype for months.
That was a hype for months. Eric was so excited for that thing.
Dog, I think he packed the suitcase like in February.
Yeah, no, I think so.
We'll do year in review next week. I'll have to try to figure out things that happened in 2021.
You got married. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's next week's topics, because I have other topics for today.
That's fine.
But you know what happened 100 episodes ago? 100 episodes ago?
No, I don't. Tell me, though.
Random game talk. Apparently just talked about games. Which is fun because of what we're going to be talking about tonight.
What's tonight?
We'll hop into it. It was Game Awards like a week or
was it really
20 days ago.
I might have missed that.
We all missed that.
I think I'm disappointed in the answers though, because I think I remember seeing some upsets that I was not a fan of.
Do you want to start by just starting from the top? No, we should start from the bottom.
We should start from the bottom, he says.
Yeah, because it goes from really interesting stuff to lame stuff.
All right, well then here we are at the bottom.
So I read all these, and let me tell you what, Bruno. I'm gonna put it out there that you barely would know any games that came out in 2021 because it was a pretty shit year for gaming.
Yeah, no, it was shit.
So
most what even?
Actually, I'm gonna give it to you. A lot of these games are probably really good. Most anticipated games of 2020 something, the future.
Yeah.
Elden Ring. I don't know what Elden Ring actually is. Is that the open world action?
It's an action RPG from Bandai Namco.
Writers George R. Martin. The fuck?
That sounds like a good game.
Okay. I have zero idea about this, but
neither do I, but it sounds pretty good. Best esports team?
No. Go down. Go down.
Go down?
This is really the most interesting part for a lot of things.
Okay. You gonna go through the rest of them?
God of War Ragnarok? Pretty hyped. God of War. I don't know if you watched a playthrough of it. If you're looking for something,
I'll have to watch it. Yeah.
Watch the God of War. It was actually a pretty good. Where it was like, boy.
Yeah, no, I know of it. I just haven't.
Good story. I haven't
had a PlayStation in like 20 years.
Yeah. Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Zero Dawn was also a really great game.
I've heard that.
Awesome story, to be honest with you. I really love the story about it. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel to it. I mean, that's just hype.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Starfield is the Bethesda game, I think. Bethesda?
It is Bethesda, yes.
Yeah. That's that game they've been putting off everything else for to finish this one. I think it's the first one on their new engine.
Okay. That's a good lineup. It really is.
It's a good lineup. That's top tier. Best esports team? I don't even know that team. I don't know esports teams apparently past the big ones.
I mean, it's one of the biggest teams there is, but yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. No, yeah.
I literally have zero idea.
If you saw the logo, you would absolutely know. It's Navi.
Oh, Navi. I actually never knew what their real name was. that what
Yeah,
Navi stands for? Holy shit.
yeah.
Okay.
Does it ring a bell now? Do you know this
Yeah, I
team?
don't. I just know Navi. Team Navi. Like, what the fuck? I didn't know it
Dude,
was for Naughty.
I'm more of a fan of Ninjas in Pajamas for myself, personally.
I,
But no, yeah, that's a big team.
why
Best
don't they use
esport
the.
game? League? Who would have guessed?
Do you see that lineup though? Because it really hasn't fucking changed. Maybe
Like,
COD is the only.
COD is a meme at this point.
But
Obviously, your
CS:GO.
shooter. Obviously, Dota and League. And then Valorant's the new one. And it's like a shit esports scene right now.
Yeah. Best
Like,
esports
I could
event.
have seen Dota pulling it
Maybe.
out because I know Dota has a huge following.
Does. Look at one of the running up for the best esport events. PUBG Mobile Global Championship.
Who, like, it was between the international and worlds, and that's it. Like,
Yes.
you didn't have to put these other ones in here unless you wanted to make them feel good.
Fucking Big Balling Dota just calls it the International. No description of
Right?
what it is.
Right? But well, it's the same thing. Like, League is just, it's referenced as worlds. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, if you asked Eric what the big championship was called, I guarantee he would just respond to you with worlds.
I don't know, Bruno, because I would refer to it as maybe the Mobile Global Championship.
The PUBG Mobile Global. I have no idea who these coaches are.
No.
Do you? I've never
No.
seen these names before.
Who knows what is an esports coach? It begs a lot of question of what is an esports coach.
It's Eric when he's telling you to turn everything into a 1v1. That's your coach.
Yes. I know that name. Simple.
Simple?
I know
Okay,
that name.
yeah, I know that name too. That's the
Um,
only name I know, though.
yeah.
Best
Sim.
esport athlete. Simple.
Well, no, and you have to be careful because there's a guy in the running for Simp.
Oh, God. You're right.
Best
I'm so.
content creator.
I
I only
don't
know
even.
Dream. Who?
Yeah, I don't even know who the other people are. Huh. Pick one and I'll Google it and find out.
Foozly sounds like an off-brand Foozy. I remember there being a guy named like Foozy. That's a
Well,
chick.
it's a female. Looks like at least Valorant.
The one dude's
Part of 100
Brazilian.
Thieves. Huh.
I don't
Looks
think a
like
lot of these guys are
a
American.
variety streamer. Yeah, I don't know.
Spanish. That dude's Spanish. Like, okay. See, that's the issue. Like, it's another Spanish one. I guess there's like big influencers around, but they just never hit our thing because they don't speak English. They never hit any of our algorithms.
Probably, yeah. I know there's some big Spanish ones. That's probably what. Uh, with this lineup, of course, Dream's gonna win. He's got like all the kids in his following,
Yes.
even with his like cheating thing going on.
Best multiplayer games.
The fact that Knockout City is even in this list is an abomination.
Was that the dodgeball?
Yeah,
Oh God. I mean,
like
Back for
that
Blood
just
was.
shows you how terrible this is.
Forgot you guys even played that game.
Not
Back for
much.
Blood is ripped off Left 4 Dead 2.
They made it good though. I mean, it
It
looks
is. It's
fine.
just rip off. Like it is just the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
It Takes Two. I didn't realize was gonna be an absolute winner of a game this year.
I mean,
Knockout
it's
City,
a winner because there's nothing better. That's why.
New World, and Valheim.
Valheim. I mean,
Valheim.
Valheim was good, but it was also like kind of garbage. That would be like saying The Forest got best multiplayer game of the year.
Why wouldn't it?
Because when it came out, it was dog shit.
Did you guys play Valheim?
Yes. It
Didn't
was
you guys
okay.
stop playing Valheim?
Yes, we did stop. I don't remember
Best
why, but it's just like gone.
best sim slash strategy game. I don't think. Well, that's a weird combo of a category.
That is a weird combo.
Like you have
Why is
Age of
Flight
Empires
Sim in there?
because it's a sim.
I know, but like, why?
Mm. Age of Empires 4. Sure,
Probably deserved.
probably. Hmm. This would have been a really lame thing to watch.
Yeah, because it's like, there's one good game. Yeah, that probably gets it. Like, what
Best
even are any of these except for Forza?
FIFA 2022.
F1, an incremental. FIFA, an incremental. Hot Wheels Unleashed. I think it was Dog Water. Yeah, this was the dumb Hot Wheels game that was terrible. Forza and Riders Republic. No clue what this is. Oh, yeah, it's
No,
mountain biking.
talk mountain biking.
Of course, Forza's gonna win it. I'm a little well, I don't know. Best family game? I feel like one of these other ones could have taken it.
Yeah, I think we talked though. Like Mario Party is a pretty. Other than the nostalgia of Mario Party, it's a pretty trash game.
Sure. But is a two-player co-op story game really a family game?
Yeah, I think so. WarioWare, I don't think is. I think WarioWare is pretty weird.
I tried watching a couple videos on that and it is weird.
Best
Not for
fighting
me.
game. I I just want to
I
skip it. I don't even.
Yeah, I don't even like there's no Tekken, there's
Demon
no
Slayer.
Smash. Like what do you want from me?
Demon Slayer.
Sure, but it was like I feel like those focused fighting games are just garbage.
Best RPG. Tales of Very. I don't even.
I don't recognize this name. Do you?
No. Wasn't a PC game. No idea what that is.
Don't know. RPG.
Best action adventure game. Metroid Dread. I don't even recognize a lot of the other ones.
I mean, I know of Ratchet and Clank. I know of Resident Evil.
I didn't know they made a
I
game this
know
year of
of
it.
Psychonauts. Yeah, it's. I knew of Resident Evil Village. That was the only one that I recognized.
I didn't know. I didn't know most of those games came out. I know that they're like things. I just didn't know most of them came out this year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Best action game. Returnal. I don't think I
Don't
know that one.
even know it. Man, this shows how bad the games were this year.
Yeah, I have zero idea what that one is. To be honest with
A
you.
third-person shooter roguelike.
Hmm.
It's PS exclusive. Okay, yeah, that's.
Innovation, accessibility. That's for
What do you?
Horizon.
What do you mean? Why? What was accessible about Forza Horizon?
I think they have a lot of controls to make it a game that people can play with like weird controller set. Like I think it's a very
I plugged in a
supportive for
wheel
the.
and it was shit. Let me tell you. I don't know. Maybe there were a lot of settings. I'll give them that. But I don't know. I don't see how that's innovation though. It's a racing game. What are you going to innovate?
The integration.
Best VR game? What? Resident Evil. Woo, they did it.
Sniper Elite VR.
Did they give you the close up still of
Probably.
exploding things in the game?
Best community support. Final Fantasy is by far. That thing just has such a cult following.
So does Destiny, though.
Destiny, yeah. Eh. But you got the weebs with Final Fantasy.
Yes. Best mobile, Genshin Impact. Who would have guessed?
Um, yeah. I for the longest time didn't even know what it was. Cause I didn't realize it was like a video game, but then I kept getting like mobile ads for it, so I didn't know. I was so
Yeah.
confused.
Best debut indie, Kenna. What even? What are
That's
these
an indie game.
games?
This one's an indie game, so I'm like not. It's probably a 2D side scroller or a 2D side scroller.
Two
No,
and a half.
it doesn't. I like looking at a bunch of pictures and they all look like fake.
I thought Loop Hero was a good game. Maybe not. Maybe not good enough for this.
Probably not.
Best ongoing, Final Fantasy. Genshin Impact, I think, could have tried to take that. Possibly.
I
That probably was close.
Is it ongoing? I thought it just came out this year.
Genshin?
Yeah.
No, it's been out for a while.
How long has it been out? September 2020.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say like I was gonna say 2 years, which it's getting. That's like one in a little bit. So
Just over a year
games
old.
for impact. I'm surprised Life is Strange got the win for games for impact. I thought that game flopped. But
No,
looking
because
at the
everyone
rest
like
of
thinks
those
this.
names, go ahead.
Everyone thinks that game's so deep.
I thought that they got mad at this one though.
I still think it's deep.
I'm thinking of the wrong game. I'm thinking of The Last of Us, not
Oh,
Life is
Last of Us
Strange.
2? Yeah, that one was shit on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Best performance?
I think that I remember her doing actually like a good job in Resident Evil. I think, and people got all weird with it.
I thought Life is
So
Strange was oh no, again I'm thinking of you put that other game
The Last of Us,
Last of Us 2 was that chick from Critical Role. Wasn't it Ashley?
might have been Laura.
I don't think
I'll
Laura was
look
that.
it quick. Best performance for Resident Evil Village. Ellie is by Ashley Johnson. Abby is by Laura Bailey.
Hmm.
So I think you were right with Ashley.
Ashley, yes, is the main chick.
Yes. Oh God, I just got flooded with that. Thinking about that now. I didn't
Laura
realize that until now.
Laura is a safe bet, but Ashley was the real answer.
Yeah. See, my problem is Ashley actually does like TV stuff, not just voice acting.
Hmm.
So she's always like not my first choice.
Yes.
And I think I
Uh,
have like a vision in my head of her and or a voice in my head and it's weird. I don't know.
Probably. Best audio.
They
Apparently.
did do a lot for audio in this
Wop
version.
wop 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 wop
Well,
wop
like
wop wop.
they did recording of shit tons of engines so that it wasn't all the same anymore. Like if you did
Okay,
upgrades, it changed things correctly this time.
gotcha.
So they did improve things a lot. As far as sound goes, they put a shit ton of work into that game. Why does this have a version number?
I don't know.
Near replicant, but only if it's version number 1.22474487139. Fuck.
Only released in Japan. Discover one. Okay, this
Also,
is
how is Guardians of the Galaxy? How did they butcher this so much that they couldn't get this?
probably like song rates.
I know, but they had them, I thought.
Don't think they probably did for a video game. So it'd be like a
Best,
different studio getting the
yeah, I
rights.
guess. True.
Best art direction. Deathloop.
Deathloop, okay. That's good.
Uh,
I like seeing indie devs get awards sometimes.
I
Like
do.
sniping an art direction from some other big games.
Yeah, fuck them.
It's narrative. I mean, like, which of these other games is a narrative game to that degree?
Takes two.
I guess. True.
Bow, ba, ba, bow, ba, ba.
Best game direction getting stolen by Deathloop as well.
Damn.
That's pretty good.
Have you
That's
played
impressive.
Deathloop? Nope.
Nope. I know of it though.
No, that was just the survey.
Oh, have you played? Nope.
Game of the
Uh,
year?
game of the year is It Takes Two. It's a little surprising to me. But looking at this list, it's not as surprising to me.
Yeah. Shit game. Shit year for games.
Yeah.
But it was just like all the delayed productions and stuff of everything that was supposed to come
Yeah,
out this year.
I'm sure. But it's just it sucks.
Yes. I just like looked at it today and I'm like, huh. Gaming
Yeah,
sucked this year.
it's not good. Like it was rough. I wonder if we're going to get like a really good year next year though.
Mm,
I don't think so, but you
I
know.
think we'll get a couple big good games. Like if some of those big games come out, I think it'll be a run for the top. I don't know of any indie games that are like rumored to be on the pipelines, but that's not the nature of indie games. Like one day we could come out with like a really good one.
Sons of the Forest.
I think it's gonna be trash, to be honest with you.
I'm just hopeful, dude. I just want another one. I just want I want everybody playing it again at the same time is what I want.
Yeah, but like
I want
I
to
think
throw
we need.
10 of us into that game again.
Yeah, but I feel like I also just want to play through with you and me that we can actually play, and not whatever the shit show that is gonna be. Cause like,
Really? You do?
yeah, so we're not gonna get everyone. When are we gonna get 10 people in at the same time?
No, never.
Um, I mean, even that one was delayed. That one could still technically be more delayed.
It could absolutely. There's a lot of things
Um,
that could be more delayed.
other than that, I don't know of any other big ones. The Halo dropped already.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any more shooters.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, so maybe next year, but that's not this year.
No. Because this year's still this year.
Yeah. But as we're talking about gaming, look at this ad from like 19 something.
My Stream Deck's not in the right place anymore and it's upsetting me.
Why?
We'll get to that.
I don't know. I just saw this ad and it makes me feel all nostalgic of how fun it was to look at shit.
Yeah. Remember going into stores and being like excited to get to play for 5 minutes while somebody
Well,
was
I
walking
mean,
around the store?
I remember just like looking in the cabinet and seeing all the new games because there's really no way to
Yeah,
track
because
when
that's the
new
only
games
way.
dropped.
Or like, I'm gonna get there at midnight because I'm excited for fucking this game.
Yeah, and like, I mean, like, look at
They're
that.
great times.
Game Boy Color, choose a variety of fun colors. Atomic Purple, thank you.
Yep, I see it. It's there.
Um,
I had a teal one.
reserve your say and receive a free, your
A
choice 20.
free $5 KB gift certificate? Or which one were you reading?
The bottom one.
Yeah.
1999, I guess was the year for this one.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Dude, look at that artwork of chubby Pikachu.
Right? Little chubster.
Couldn't get couldn't get Pokemon Green because that was a Japanese only release.
I never realized that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was only released in Japan.
I did not know that.
But look at that artwork. Great artwork. I don't know. Makes me kind of sad. Just that I don't even want to call it retro. Just like the idea of gaming was so much more like it was so much more physical and like an actual
Yeah,
like
it absolutely was. Yeah. Much more physical.
I would love like an ad like this, but for like CS:GO skins. Like if they would like do a retro like looking poster.
Yeah, that would be good.
I think about $100 for an N64. It's like amazing, but like even
Dude, I bet you could find an eBay listing for one for $100 right now.
I know I just spent like uh, $100 for a game system. That's like so cheap, even by like even by
Yeah.
like 22 years ago standards. Free force pack and memory. Oh yeah, forgot you had to buy memory.
Didn't it come
For
with
the
some games?
I don't know. Remember the PlayStation 2? You had to buy memory cards still for. Do you ever have to do that?
Yes. That was more of like a save storage though.
It's
Like
pretty fucking important.
I think the Nintendo was like the RAM. Like you were putting in a bigger stick of RAM.
Oh my god, I had. Oh my god, I had 1,000%. This is what I bought back in the day. I 100% bought this pack because I got a red and a blue chip, and I 1,000% know this must have been the pack we bought.
I had black ones,
Did
but
you?
I do remember them. Yeah.
1,000%. That's the exact thing I bought back in whatever year that came out because put
Yeah,
the blue,
and that's
put
8
the red.
megabytes and this little tiny micro SD card is 32 gigabytes and this is a small
Yeah.
one. I saw a 512 gigabyte micro SD card the other day.
Yeah.
That's
Sheesh.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Um. duh, 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 Um. Wait. Uh. Sorry, I'm being distracted by other things I'm looking at. That's I think all the game. I'm trying to make sure. Ooh, this kind of game. Um, this is game-esque related for sticking with themes.
Yeah.
Your next mouse might come with an SSD inside.
Why? Why does my mouse need an SSD? Give me a
Transporting
reason why.
games.
That's dumb.
I think
Why
it
not
is.
put it in the computer?
Well, because if you travel,
I guess. All right,
think if.
I was always on the why buy a wireless mouse page and just
Hmm.
I used wired mice. I now have a wireless mouse and I will
Hmm.
never go back to a wired mouse. It is so much nicer.
Must be nice.
It is. It is nice. It do be very nice.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day you'll find the mouse shape that you like and it'll be
Nope.
wireless.
I'm just waiting. I'll just wait for them to make this model wireless. I ain't gonna buy a different brand mice until like they Steel Series just stops. I like this mouse too much. I'll buy new versions of it. I'll buy advanced versions of it. My ass is never buying anything else until they stop.
Your mouse is not here. Where's your mouse?
You passed it.
Which one?
Passed it.
Does it not
Down.
have buttons on both sides? Is it this
Sensi
one?
10.
This one? Thing's weird looking.
What?
Looks like a smooth potato.
because it's ambidextrous and it
I
doesn't lean.
know. No, I get that.
It, it's so easy
It's
to cut because it's like a smooth potato.
just it's a smooth potato. Is that a button up there? Nope, that's a Japanese symbol.
I know you guys don't use your buttons to the fullest extent of their abilities, but
I'm pretty don't.
other than Tarkov, look at this. Look at this.
What else do you use it for?
I lean with my buttons. You guys have found. You guys are like
Uh,
magically in this realm of leaning with your buttons is like not the most amazing thing ever. But if one of you would try it, it would absolutely revolutionize your game.
I have to. You know what, Nick? I will give it the fair shot. I just need to remap a bunch of shit.
Bruno, I'm sitting here. I can be WA. I don't have to have like some toggle lean. I don't have to have like my weird like fingers like half like caressing like the
Hmm.
DE like lean. I can literally put all my dedication into like jiggling as I'm leaning with my mouse.
I I'm gonna give it. I just need to remember now, because now I have more buttons, so I can do that.
Think of it Tarkov if you have a better control over your like
No, yeah,
lean as you
no,
like
I'm starting to be with you. You know what? No, I might not be with you,
why?
because my Amazon gift card has been burning a hole in my pocket for some reason. Now it's been there for a year almost, but now I'm like, I gotta spend it. Um, I might be buying foot pedals, and I'm gonna go even further beyond
For your
foot
wheel or
pedal
for
lean, foot pedal leaning.
I think that's even better. But like
That's what I know. Yeah, right.
yeah,
I think I'm headed that way. Not sure yet.
this is I don't know. Ew. See, I'm trying to look at another like shape that's wireless and it just looks a little poopier. Wireless. Oh, this one, the Rival 3 doesn't have buttons. What the fuck? I'm not gonna buy them. Oh, it doesn't have buttons on the left side.
So what do you use the other side buttons for?
So, um, depends on the game.
Sure.
So, like, any game that requires shooting, my right thumb is like lean left, I think is bottom, lean right is top. Um, I have crouch. I do crouch like bound on it a lot. So,
Really?
yeah, so
Okay.
like uh
No, yeah, I think I know where you're talking about.
so like I might lean like with my thumb here and then
Yeah.
with like this finger here, I might crouch. So I have like full movement on my hand and it saves all my like WASD movement for that.
Yeah.
Um sometimes I ping with this top right one.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that.
A quick ping depending on the game.
I like that.
Uh on golf it so I don't accidentally hit it on with this thumb. I do my resets on my mouse so I can play golf it
Interesting.
one-handed.
I like that. I like that. It's a good one.
Um Siege, I have nade. This bottom left one is like nade.
Okay.
Um I do on a Halo or a game that doesn't have lean, I'll do melee for my thumb.
I
So
always
quick
like that.
melees.
Yeah.
If not, I think I do have a siege melee on it's either this top or bottom button. I forget which one. Because it varies so much between every game, depending on what I need. But like I think I have melee is quick, like a quick action.
I think
Um,
another one of the other things that's keeping me from liking leaning with my thumb is push to talk.
Yeah, it's just something I don't worry about.
I know. I like being on push to talk though.
Tarkov. What are my Tarkov ones? I have lean. I think crouch. And it might be. No, it wouldn't be melee. I think melee and Tarkov over. I don't know what my top one would be. It might be like check mag or something like that.
Yeah.
I think I would VoIP it now.
Yeah, VoIP is a good one.
Um, well, squad. Squad was squad was leaning, crouching. A lot of it's just leaning and crouching, to be honest with you. The more you can do with your hand, the other less more you can do with like other buttons around your other hand. So that's my 20 cents. Maybe next time
I mean,
you'll
we're getting there. We're getting close.
well, they did have a wireless Sensi
Did that? Well, that sounds like
back in
you need to
like
buy it.
2014. Probably just a little early. Um, why's your stream deck in a new spot?
So it was Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on my list, I had a new keyboard.
Yeah.
So I have a fancy new keyboard. Did you
Wait.
just ew
Show me.
me?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Why? What's
I
wrong
don't
with
like
it?
the exposed. I don't like the exposed keycaps.
Ah, I don't mind it. I like what it's made out of and everything. I only have one row of macro keys now.
At least you still
But
have them.
it's a different world. I like it though. The keys are really different.
What did you switch keycap wise?
Not keycap. I hate the font on it though. It's one thing I don't like.
Yeah.
Um, I had Cherry MX Reds.
Mm-hmm.
I now have Corsair's optical switches.
Ew. Wait,
So
what?
it's a linear switch. There's no bump, no click, and they actuate basically as soon as you touch them.
No click though?
Nope, I've never had a click.
Oh,
So I don't even know what a click's like. I've never
it's
had that
addicting.
life.
It's addicting.
Yeah? Maybe I don't
Yeah.
like to maybe I don't need a click.
You don't need it, but then you end up wanting it once you have it.
Yeah. I feel like I can type faster with this keyboard. I think it's better for me. It's a little bit to get used to though. But no, I like it. It's good. But my Stream Deck does not fit on it, and I printed out something to make it fit on it, and it does not work. So I need to make my own.
Refine. Refine.
Yeah, it's gonna be a process though. It's gonna be
Uh,
interesting.
yeah, I guess I check all the time. I always check to see if there's a new version of stuff I want. Like, always check for a new version of a mouse. I think this one's like 3 or 4 years old, so it's due for a refresh in a year or two.
Yeah.
It's got this keyboard recently, but I always check to see they don't refresh it again because I'm not in love with this one specifically.
My keyboard was starting to die. I
Yes.
had it for like 7 years.
Oh
It's not
yeah,
like
no.
it. I got life out of it. I got a full life. It was not short lived. I skipped a whole generation and went from. I had an original Corsair K95. I
Mhm.
skipped the K95 Platinum completely. And I got a K100, which is like the new top of the line keyboard from Corsair. I like it. The wrist rest doesn't work for me. but I don't think they ever did. Question for you. I found out I might be weird. At least I'm not the same as Dit, so one of us is weird. When you place your hand on WASD,
Hmm.
is it like a claw grip like a mouse, or is your middle finger pretty flat?
Not flat.
Really? You got Ben going? Maybe I'm weird then.
I think that's just
'Cause
how I think I have like longer fingers.
I feel like I have longer fingers too. I don't know.
I don't know
My
if like
my middle finger's flat completely.
I mean
Wait,
my
no, like I'm like
like if you
this.
were gonna if you leave your hand at rest, how are your fingers like? I have a
At
natural
rest
like
like this, but
yeah.
like
So
when
if I
I'm
like
on the
rest my
keyboard,
hand on
it's
my
like
keyboard,
this.
just
I don't know.
that
I guess I'm weird.
I don't know. I feel like that's just you actively like stretching them out when you put them. Like again, it's just like I don't when I put my hand on my keyboard, I don't actively like do anything with it. So it's like naturally curled at rest. So I naturally just put it
When I'm
curled.
typing, I'm like that. When I'm on WASD, I guess I go into some kind of mode to get ready or something. It's
Do you
weird.
like? I also it probably be like probably because is it because you like it's easier for you to hit other keys like E
I
and
don't
Q.
know. I don't know. No, I don't know. I can't give you an explanation of why I do it.
Hmm.
I'm just not sure.
I'm not sure why you're not sure.
I like couldn't tell you at this point.
Ah, well. See, I'm kind of like stuck into Razer keyboards because I like greens. I think greens are the equivalent to blues, but I still like green switches.
I think you're right. I think that is about the same.
I think they just rebranded greens to be honest
Yeah,
with you,
I'm pretty sure it's probably something like
or
that.
blues. But even Razer, I'm not excited with how they're doing keyboard. I'm not excited about a lot of keyboards. I like this Croesus. It's an optical one. I fucking hate. I hate. No. Hate it.
What?
Hate it. Quiet. I don't want quiet.
Mine's not made to be quiet, but I think it is a little quieter. It's less of a like my old keyboard. I got like clicks when they bottomed out. This one's like thuds. It's a lower
But
pitch.
no, I have to
Yeah.
like fight for my right to have a full size keyboard too. That makes me
That's a
like
pro.
fucking
It's hard. Yeah, no, it's really hard actually. Everybody wants these 10 keyless keyboards, and I don't want it. I want my numpad. I want my Mac. I want more than a full size keyboard. I want extra buttons, Nick.
yeah.
Apparently, that's
That's
way too much to ask for.
yeah, because it is. It really is. Apparently, like I hate everything about the trends.
I also got new headphone pads for my headphones. You might be able to see them in the camera.
I saw you and Bird talking about them.
Yeah, they're fancy colored. I like switching mine out. I think my ears get like greasy or something, and it's just
Hmm.
like I like to wash them. And it's nice to have a few of them in rotation because then you can do it and just good. I don't know. It feels so much better when you put on fresh ones. And
Yeah,
like I feel like they sound better. I don't
my
know.
replacements are
It's a
still
whole
doing
thing.
good. Like if
Yeah.
I got new ones, it would just be they would just be less broken in. Like these ones
Yeah.
have held up extremely well.
They look very nice. I will give them that. They
They're just
look
like
like nice,
big,
sturdy,
like they're
large.
thick.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's good.
I'm just looking at a bunch of keyboards, and I find all of them to be trash.
Do any of them have a stream deck built in?
No, For all this
Because
exposed keypad, I want my keys like in. I
inside.
got yes.
Hmm.
Here's
I
them all.
might I might think eventually about getting new keycaps for this keyboard because Corsair's not using a stupid proprietary bottom row now.
Ooh,
So
you
maybe
getting all
someday I'll do that.
fancy?
Well, like I hate the font and I hate what they did to this keyboard. I looked at the number 7 at what the shift icon is and I couldn't figure out what it was supposed to be for like 30 seconds. It's an and sign, like an ampersand.
Ampersand.
Mine looked like an apple. It looks like an
Oh,
apple.
probably doesn't help that like there's so many shortages right now, and like they're probably not making a bunch of new keyboards.
Probably.
Ah, well, one day. Thankfully, not today. I'll get a new one.
I
I'm
gotta
still
show you
always
this
waiting.
apple. God damn it.
What? You can show me this? What apple?
My keycap. Weird ass apple
Is that?
looking thing.
What's it for? Bring it back a little bit. Yeah. What is it? 7 apple? But like, what? What is it?
That's the and sign. The one I'm talking about here.
What?
Exactly. It's terrible.
I would return that.
I'm telling you, it was crazy. They're crazy. A picture of it. Hold on.
Hmm. Yeah, no, they're still just. Idea Technica's still just selling my headset. I'm always waiting for like maybe they'll do a refresh one day.
Look at
But they
that
don't.
thing. What is that?
Dog. It, that ain't right. That boy ain't
Okay.
right.
Look at your keyboard for me. You have a period and a right arrow thing, right? Yeah? They're on
Mm-hmm.
the same key?
Mm-hmm.
In relation to the period, where is the arrow?
The period's up top a generous amount of space than the arrow.
The period's on top of it?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
That feels backwards.
So like the key right to it. Do you have a question mark above the slash, or do you do the
Mine are
slash above
next
the?
to each other.
Oh no, mine are
It's
mine are
like
like on
left
top.
and right.
Like
I would have
your
expected the shift button to be like
your colon
above.
semicolon key. Like mine is. Are they on top of each other?
No, they're next to each other. All my keys are next to each other, and I
That's
hate it.
just dumb.
It is. I know. That's why I might be getting keycaps. Because I hate it.
Yeah.
How was Christmas for you? Get anything memorable? Exciting?
Just a lot of a lot of small stuff, but a lot of good stuff. Nothing too crazy.
Are you
To
to like house things? Or are people still recuperating from wedding?
we got a lot of wine theme based stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah. Uh, got some stuff for eventually. I have like a model Polar Express train, so I got some accessories for that. Um, got some couple. Trying to think, like it was all nice stuff. It was just nothing. The nice jacket was on back order, so I didn't get that yet. Um, didn't get. No, I didn't get. We got uh like a getaway weekend trip for my parents, so we just like we did like the wine trip last summer. We're going down to
Yeah.
Virginia
Oh, that's cool.
this next summer.
That'll be cool.
Yep. Uh, just a lot of small stuff.
Sounds reasonable. Sounds like a nice time. People
Yep.
good.
Seems like you got a lot of decent stuff with the head pads and the
Yeah,
keyboard and the.
I mean, that was the big items. My mom got me a keyboard, so that was cool.
You do you get your lasagna?
Uh huh. I had leftover lasagna today.
Damn. Still?
Even a lot of lasagna. Did you see the pan?
Yeah, but it's been like a week.
That wasn't the only thing we ate. Is the problem?
Hmm.
It's
Well,
basically gone though.
I got like a 9 pound ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, from work. I've been eating that past couple days.
My problem is like, oh, I also got a sous vide machine. My dad bought it for me. It was on sale.
You gonna
You know
sous vide
the
some meat?
Yeah, I want to. Gotta figure out what to cook. I've wanted to cook things, and it's like, oh yeah, well, it was just Christmas. You ate shit tons of food, have tons of leftovers. You know what? Let's throw another holiday that you eat with. My grandmother does thanks or not going backwards. My grandmother does New Year's. I
Mm-hmm.
have a whole smorgasbord of food for New Year's coming. Do you
Sounds
do anything for New
delicious.
Year's?
Me?
Yeah. Is there
Yeah,
any
I'll probably go
festivities?
down. The guy that was my best man at the wedding.
Yeah,
I'll go down and hang out with him and his family for the night with my
that's
family.
cool.
I um I made jerky. That's why I got that second thing of jerky to bring down for that.
Ah, I see.
I will admit, um, I think you said your when you made jerky, yours was pretty fatty. I don't know what you meant
The
by that, but
fat
mine.
cat.
Oh, okay. Mine was mine was the was very marbled. It had
Oh,
like a
no,
lot of
mine was not. No.
my like the two I had were pretty like a lot more than some of the other times I've gotten cuts.
Like, I had an 8-some-pound piece of meat, and off of the outside, I trimmed like a pound and a half off of it.
Gotcha.
Like, it's kind of like a circle, right? On
Mhm.
one whole, like, side of it, there was a big layer of fat going along the whole thing that I trimmed off. That's what I meant by fatty.
Yeah, mine. It didn't ruin it, but it definitely is a little bit more like stringy.
Yeah,
But
you get those
uh,
pieces of fat that don't render out and are all chewy and
yeah. So
not so good.
I have a couple pieces that are not amazing, but
Yeah,
there are definitely some good ones. But there was definitely a little bit more marbledness to it. It might be why they were
yeah.
cheaper when I got them.
Yep, that could be a reason, but paying half the price is definitely better, in my opinion.
Yep.
I'd rather trim
Yeah.
off and deal with it.
Oh yeah. Um, I think I accidentally when I first started off slicing, I got a couple pieces that were like you said, it moves the blade a little when you're not.
Just a little bit when it's frozen too hard.
Yeah.
The back plate pushes out of the way, it deflects.
Yeah. So there's a couple pieces that were also a little thicker,
Yeah,
but
it's one of those things that you got to get used to it a little bit. You'll figure out all the
and it was just at the start more like
yeah.
that was
You
my
noticed
also
it.
experimental bag with the flavor, so that whole thing I didn't
Yeah,
quite care how it came out. The one of like Bruno's original came out really good.
good.
Um, find that recipe. One more go ahead and I should be good. I do wanna. I have been looking at maybe getting a vacuum sealer so that I could like, if there is a good deal, be able to prep stuff ahead and make sure it's like a good batch, and then being able to like seal it
Yeah,
up
that
and
would be
then
good.
throw it in a cabinet and not worry about it for months. Not that you can't
Yeah.
just throw it normally away, but like vacuum seal is just like
No, they're great to begin with too.
just completely forget about it and go.
Yeah, and they've gotten better too. I remember a long time ago I had food savers, and they would die after like a year. Like the pumps
Hmm.
would go out. I've had the one I have for a long time though. And I don't know
Yeah,
if it's I got tired of buying cheap ones, so I bought a better one, or if it's just they got better. I think
possibly
probably
both.
both. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably won't, we don't do a bunch of vacuum sealing, so I'd probably get the cheap one and just ride it out.
And yeah, they might be better. It's especially with sous vide becoming popular and people doing this more, I think. Because I don't want to say I was an early adopter, but I had one a long time ago.
Hmm.
Like 10, 15 years ago, I would say.
That's
Got my
pretty.
first one. It was pretty long ago, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, Trying to think of how long ago I bought this one, though. Not sure.
yeah. Like I looked at this one on Amazon, like super cheap, but it had like really good reviews for what it was. Like 66% 5 star, 17% 4 star,
And at
7%.
$35, you
Yeah.
know, give it a shot. I buy the rolls of bags. Mine has a
Hmm.
place to put a roll, actually.
This one also did the you could get the special um containers 'cause it had the accessory port.
Oh, yeah. I have had those in the past. Fun fact, they implode sometimes, so be careful.
Oh, interesting. I don't
I
think I'd ever
have,
use it, but it was a nice feature to have.
yeah, I've had like bigger ones. Like this one's pretty flat.
Hmm.
I've had tall like cylinders and put stuff in them, and they imploded on me before, so that's fun. But yeah, I think I've bought like maybe not this brand, but packs of rolls like this. That
Hmm.
it's just one big long roll. You seal one end, cut it to however long you need. You can buy. I've sealed a shit ton of stuff, and I'm still on like my first of two rolls. I'm trying to
Yeah,
think of which one I have. I might be able to find it.
yeah, I mean this one's saying vacuum roll 7 by 7.8 point. Oh my god. Who would have something like this?
Yeah, I think this is what I have. I bought it forever ago. I don't remember how much it was at the time, but I definitely have this version. This one is a little different, but it's supposed to be good for like if you wanted to do like if you went hunting and got an animal, you
Hmm.
could seal everything
Gotcha.
and without like burning up the pump. Is the way I was looking at it, I remember.
Hmm.
Heavy duty construction, high performance power process, and preserved faster with up to 80 consecutive seals or 240 pounds. That's the thing I read and was like, yep, this one's for me. Because I bought four of these things already and they kept dying on me. So I was like, fuck that, I'm getting a good one. That's what happened. And apparently I can plug it into my car. There's that too.
You can go on the go.
Seal on the go. Yeah.
Oh my god, we're
There's
at 58 minutes. Holy
we
shit.
are, yeah. I ordered a garage door spring.
Oh
Do you
god,
remember
those are
that?
dangerous, aren't they?
Yeah, kinda. I had one break in half, so I'm putting up a new one. I'm gonna learn how to do it.
Oh
I think I
god.
have the less dangerous ones.
Oh, speaking of that,
Yeah,
um,
saving like $600 by the way too.
that's good, I guess, as long as you don't kill yourself.
I'll be okay. I'm sure.
I
I've
don't know.
done
I've
worse
never heard
stuff.
good stories about them.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
I love how you're not even defending it. Like, you're not even trying to say, it's fine. You're just like, what are you gonna do?
Well, it is fine. What do you want me to say?
Not.
All you gotta do is put it up, connect everything up, spin it like one quarter revolution per foot of door distance, I think, or something like that. That's
Better get the
all.
calculator out.
That's it. That's all you gotta do. Or
Um,
maybe no. It might not have been 1/4. It might have been one.
let's verify this one before you actually
Yeah,
do
I
it.
will. It's coming tomorrow. Probably. We'll see.
Um,
Dumb spring.
the I was talking to a guy, and it's like we're just like talking about a house and like how much work I'd be comfortable with doing. I'm like, I really haven't done anything because I've never had like a canvas to like be able to do anything. Like
Sure.
the opportunities had never really like presented itself to actually do home improvement. I've never owned a home,
Yeah.
and he just like started going on this tangent because he's like he does woodwork, he like does all that stuff. He's flipped houses, like that's just his wheelhouse of what he does.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I should create like some. I'd be interested in creating guides of how to do stuff. I'm like, oh, you should do like a whole series where it's like you get like a house, you get like a fixer place. You start with a budget of like $400 for tools, and then you try to do every project possible with that like $400 set you put together.
Dear God. That's a lot of hand tools. That sounds terrible. But yes, I like your idea actually.
It's like a lot of hand tools are like, what do you like? He had a whole list of stuff he would try to get, and
Oh
like,
no, yeah, I understand because now that you've said it, I'm thinking about that list in my head of like, what do I prioritize?
yeah, it's like, what are you gonna cheap? Are you gonna cheap out on your like hammer to
Like you
cheap
need a
out?
drill. I would tell everyone to buy an impact, but on that kind of budget, you can't. You have a drill.
Yeah,
Hmm.
400 might be low, but for your average person wanting to do home repairs, 400 might be a lot. Like,
No, yeah, I got you. Yeah, it's an interesting concept.
yeah. Now all the projects and stuff would be like separate budgets, but like
Sure.
if you're gonna get your like you bought a home and you're looking to fix them up, this is the $400 kit you should invest in, and this what will get you like through most year.
Through a lot of things. Yeah. Huh.
Like technically, like if you wanted to put um those like vinyl planks down, like let's say you want to redo flooring, you want to do those vinyl
Yeah.
planks, you
Yeah.
really only need like a mallet, those like a spacer kit, which I would include in the budget of doing the flooring, and like a sharp knife, because
Yeah.
that's how they people like score it. Like those things are just you don't
Mine
need
were
to actual like
not,
saw.
but they
If
had
you want,
some fancy ass guillotine that
oh,
was
they do have the
sick.
guillotine. Like if you're doing it seriously, yeah. But if you like watch the do-it-yourself like videos on YouTube, a lot
Yeah,
of people are
I think
just
it
get like
depends on what kind of flooring you buy, because there was
yeah.
no way you were scoring and breaking my floors.
You probably have the commercial grade stuff.
I do, I do,
Yeah, I think that is a difference if you get commercial grade
absolutely.
versus like residential.
Mine
I
are
think
like
it's wait,
15 millimeters thick.
that's what I mean. I
They're
think
they're
like
like
residential's.
they're like this.
So
But
yes, I
yeah,
get it.
it all depends on the project. But yeah, you're right. I'm trying to think of like what. Now you really got me thinking about what tools I would put in that bag. Because
I
I,
think he was like a miter
so
saw
I,
was important to him.
yeah, no, absolutely. I have a bag that's like the I need to fix a problem bag,
Hmm.
right? Not included in the bag, but should be included in every project is my impact gun. Like, if you open up that budget a little bit, the first thing I'm going to tell you to put on that budget is an impact gun. The like, I would probably advise on a Milwaukee if I had free reign over what to pick for battery wise. I'm liking their tool lineup the best. I gotta look at this. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff like monkey wrenches, adjustable wrenches, a wrench set. There's a lot to it. Hammer. Let me put this up on the screen. Hammer, screwdriver, utility knife and blades, a framing square, a big level, Thank you for putting an actually good tape measure. You go to Harbor Freight, buy shit, get the free ones, throw them everywhere, but you have to have a good one to go back to. Silicone and a
Hmm.
caulk gun, yep, sure, great stuff. Screwdrivers twice, but yep. Screw gun, and yep. A multi tool and blades. I'm curious what he's talking about exactly with that. Are we talking about the oscillating vibratory tool? That'd be an interesting one to see him put on, or somebody else put on a list like that. They're very useful, but I kind of hate them.
Hmm.
Sandpaper, paintbrushes, rollers, tray, duct tape, painter's tape, electrical tape, center punch. I agree, but that's an interesting one to put that early, in my opinion. I don't think everyone needs a center punch. Yeah, this is a good list. It really is.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else now. Like a socket set needs to get put on here. Probably, depending on your pipes, like whatever pipe system, if you have PEX, you need PEX tools. But definitely a monkey wrench. There's a lot of the big fittings on pipes. There's not a great way to get at them without one. Actually, two. You need two. I don't know. That's a pretty good starter list, though. Really.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't fully agree with is the multi tool. And I think when he says um, multi tool, I'm not sure, but I think he's saying one of these. I clicked the first link. So I think this is what he's talking about. What, like one of these?
Maybe.
While they are useful and could do a lot, would you get this before a circular saw? I don't think so. I think I'd rather have a circular saw or a reciprocating saw. You can do a lot with a reciprocating saw. Maybe this is bad. I don't know. It's interesting. There's an electric saw somewhere on this list, and maybe I'm not using mine enough. My oscillating tool. Maybe I'm the one that's wrong. I don't know, Nick.
Could be.
Or you just
Maybe you
start
are.
doing your own like home improvement, like if you want to put in a new bathroom and drop the floor, you need to hammer it in some nails to do that. Maybe the money you save you spend on an electric nail gun, like somebody I know.
I'm not gonna renovate a goddamn bathroom. I'm drawing the line of that one. I'm not doing it.
I drew the line at tiles. That's where I drew the line.
I don't have the time or effort to like want to redo a bathroom. Like, I'll do the stupid stuff, but I'm not like putting in a sink. Like there's some stuff I'm not gonna try to figure out. I really just don't want to like spend an entire weekend trying to figure out how to replumb up my sink.
And that's where's that line? That's the question.
I'm better off trying to find some like Amish like builder. Like
Hey Jebediah, come move my sink.
God, those guys will do some shit for like. You're better off just finding the one like group that does that shit like not even that expensive, especially where we live in the country. There's definitely like
I think it could be done. Yeah.
yeah. I'll do other stuff like I
Like,
don't know.
where's the line? What's the craziest thing you think you would do yourself?
I like in a bathroom, I wouldn't touch the shower at all.
Okay.
Cause like if you have to redo like if you had to like take out the old like shower tub thing and like put in a
What
new one,
about your mixing valve starts leaking? Would you replace it?
maybe depending on like
Okay. Okay.
well, it depends if it's like a really old setup and I'd want to like like let's say it's an old ass sink, and like let's say we get a rancher from like the 60s and they haven't updated anything about the sink since like the 60s. I might look at like replacing like everything about that sink.
Sure.
If stuff's leaking, it might be an excuse to like let's get a modern like
I was
let's say
talking about
modern.
the shower, the mixing valve in the shower.
Oh, mixing valve in the shower now.
The thing you turn on? No? Not doing that one.
So if I have to start taking stuff like off like out and getting behind the shower,
Always. Sometimes though, yeah. I had to cut a hole in mine to get to it.
I have to do drywall work.
Yeah,
I've never
that
done
one's
it, but
easy.
I've never
That one's not bad. Don't be afraid of drywall. I'll tell you.
probably could. Just never done it. Never put a hole in my drywall.
I've never unintentionally put a hole in my drywall.
I've seen like all those videos where it's just like, oh yeah, just like get a board behind. You just like make the hole bigger.
Some of those videos are stupid.
Make the hole bigger, then you like drill in a board and you drill some high wall. Then you like
Okay, some of that sounds good. Some of that sounds pretty good. If you're
you make like
trying
a
to do
square
a
hole. You make a square
shitty
hole like
patch.
with like actual dimensions, not try to cut into like some random ass circle that's broken out.
Yeah,
You
no, fuck the
can, but like,
circle. No, fuck the circle.
and then they're like, you you put in some like board behind and you like drill
Yep.
it in,
Mm-hmm.
and then you like drill that
Yeah.
like section of
You
drywall
make a
or
new
hammer.
piece and put that on the board that you just put up.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
like I don't you do some like paste or putty or caulk or
It's
whatever it
spackle.
is,
Yes.
spackle around it,
Yeah.
and then you paint it.
Sand it a couple times.
Oh yeah,
Sand it, spackle it again. Sand it, paint it, rip it,
paint it.
squeeze it, juice it.
There's like tape too, but I don't know if you always
Yep.
tape.
Joint tape. It's good. Good to
I don't know
tape.
if everyone does it or if no one does it or if like some people do it or some people live by it, some people just spackle it.
I have some spackling to do. I'm gonna make you an informational video.
Sure.
We'll see.
Uh, I I would never refinish hardwood floors myself.
No, I don't want to do that either.
People say it doesn't ever. Some people say it doesn't turn out well unless you get someone that does it on the daily because you just aren't as good as it starts wearing fast.
Yeah.
Like the one house we looked at, our realtor said, "Hey, you can tell that they redid it themselves because they didn't seal it enough because you could
Yeah.
see the edges of the boards wearing quicker."
I feel like there's a lot of things that somebody can do, but there's also things that you just shouldn't. Like, I don't know. And I feel like I'm on the side of doing most things myself.
Hmm.
With like tile and water, like sealing up tiles to make a shower. No, thank you. I don't think I want to do that.
I would do stupid stuff like I can replace all my outlets. I'm comfortable doing like that.
It's easy enough. Yeah.
Easy. I'm able to do light switches as
Yeah.
long as it's not like three-way power. I know that gets a little weird. I'd have to like watch a bunch of videos to
I'd
make sure
have
you
to
don't.
brush up a lot on that. I can replace them, but I don't fully comprehend them.
Yeah. I think what two ways still pretty easy, but like three ways when it gets really fucking weird. You
There,
have to get like special
there
switches
isn't
for it.
two-way. There just isn't. It's like you either have one switch, and when you have two, it's a three-way. And when you have three, it's a four-way.
Is it?
Yeah. Stupid.
Okay.
You got this
I didn't realize
stupid circle of bullshit.
I didn't realize two was a three-way. I thought two would be
Yep.
simple.
Nope, it's not.
Do you have to get three-way switches for two switches?
One of them.
One of them has to be a three-way.
Yep.
Okay, that gets into a realm of like what the fuck's going on here.
Yep. There's extra wires places where they shouldn't be, and
See, anytime I've said something about like three-way power with like switches, everyone's like, nah, that's fucking like.
it's because it's confusing. So smart home stuff. I have Belkin Wemo switches. They make three-way smart switches. I tried to put one in and apparently found out that you can only put them in on the master switch. So I had to figure out which of the switches was the correct switch so that I could put it in. Annoying. Stupid. Dumb switches. Too smart for their own good.
Looking at diagrams of three-way power, and it just doesn't even. It looks simple when you have it all laid out, but when it's in your walls and you're
Oh
trying to
yeah,
figure
it's
out which
in the
one.
walls and you're trying to trace shit and figure out which one's which. It's terrible. Not good. I hate it. And then you change 3 to 4 and now you get into a mess. I dealt with one of these things, dude. There were wires everywhere. I didn't know what was going on. One of them's got two of the same shit, and it's got wires everywhere. It's not good. Or maybe you do need three-way switches everywhere. Maybe I'm
The
wrong.
way I'm looking at it, it does. Unless I'm not. Unless they're
So
like
maybe
overdoing.
I'm stupid. But for when you have 3 of them, you need a 4-way and 2 3-ways. Which is terrible.
Oh, because you need that middle one that's like.
You need the extra. There's an extra like wire coming out.
And then you're not even talking about dimming at this point.
No, that's you just one of them has to be a dimming switch, and that one controls everything. I know because it exists right over there. I know,
Okay.
but you can only have one dimmer switch, and if you want to change that, you have to go to it.
Go to it and talk to it like a sweet summer child.
Yep.
Hmm.
It's
Ah, well.
stupid. Stupid wiring.
I can paint. I can do like. I
I
can
don't like
spackle.
painting.
I can spackle and repair stuff. I can repair like holes in the wall or like uneven
Yeah,
surfaces of the wall of like
sure.
or dents. Replacing lights, I'm not really into. Probably
Like
could figure it out.
fixtures.
Yeah,
It's easy enough. If you're comfortable with a switch and an outlet, it's fine, probably.
probably.
The worst part would be if what you're putting up doesn't match the type of fixture that's there and you have to like brace or make a mount for something. That'd be the worst part. Like the framing of it.
Yeah. Like if we finished a basement, I probably wouldn't like try to do it myself. I'd probably
I
try to get it
gotcha.
like
Sure.
I'm not looking to frame. Cause like even if like I'd want to learn how to frame, put up drywall, then I still wouldn't trust myself to like run electrical lines and like put
Yeah.
outlets places. And if we're finishing a basement, I probably would want to put like a half to full bath downstairs, and I'm not going to do plumbing.
Yeah, a bunch of new plumbing would be annoying. I don't think I would want to do that either.
So
I'll
if
have
I'm
fun.
already like,
No, yeah, I got your logic.
yeah,
In for a penny, in for a pound kind of deal.
to some degree. I mean, you can't trust that a builder will do it any better than you in some
No.
degree, but some degree it's like they have good reviews and they've done it before.
Yeah.
I'm not going to build a deck.
I don't blame you. Not
I
one
mean,
bit.
I'm sure it's not hard to do anything, but just like the amount of time and effort and money investing into trying to do it yourself, it's one of those things
Oh,
that was
yeah.
like, I saw a Reddit post about it this morning. It was like, I'm not going to let my wife buy this $150 thing that I can build for 300.
Some of it's amassing the tools to do these projects too.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's like I have most of the tools to do a lot of things instead of going out and buying those tools.
Yeah, but didn't like the bathroom renovation take you like a month or two?
It did take a long time. Yeah. I wasn't moving at a blistering pace or anything, but
No, but that's like the issue is like I wouldn't be like
it did take a while. Yeah.
that'd be like a weekend thing, and then most weekends I would be like probably like do one thing, get pissed off at it, and be like, yeah, fuck it, we're not gonna get a shower again this week.
Dude, that concept of fuck it, I'm done. If you ever work on a vehicle, that's when that comes into play. If you want to have that emotion of rage and like discontent, just fucking grab a wrench for the sixth time that doesn't fit for some reason. Some inexplainable reason. That wrench doesn't fit, it's supposed to. That thing will go flying at Mach Jesus across the garage. Guaranteed.
Yeah,
And like, it's not just like, oh, I'm trying to check the bolt that's right here, easily accessible. It's the one that's like, you gotta get down on the ground, go halfway under the car, reach your arm into this tiny little stupid spot, and then find out, it was the wrong wrench.
and you knew it was the wrong wrench all along.
Always has been.
Always will.
Or you run into this stupid problem where you got these fasteners in this kit that you're putting a vent on your enclosed car trailer. God damn if I can't find the stupid tip to put on this drill to use these screws. It's got 8 points on it. What the fuck do I do with that? I don't have any 8-pointed star bits. You know what it was?
What?
It was a square.
Oh,
I called the company trying to figure out what the fuck kind of fasteners did you send me? Oh, just throw a Robertson square on that thing. It'll work out great. Sure as shit, it did.
it's for security.
Half of 8. It's 4.
They're not wrong.
I know, but it's like stupid little shit like that. Or like getting ready to put in a toilet and you like do all the work, shut the water off, and come to find out at 8:55 at night when you're putting it in that your PVC glue dried up and is hard as a rock.
Does that happen?
Absolutely, it's happened like every time I do things.
Well,
You ask why everything fights me, Nick. These are the stories that I need to give you.
yeah, see?
And it's like, it's at 8:55. All the water's off in your house and Lowe's just closed.
Trying to, yeah.
It's like,
Sucks
it's
to
one of
suck.
those things. Yeah, exactly. It does suck to suck. But yeah, it's...
Yeah, see, I'm not trying to buy this house. Like,
Oh, another good one. I heard
so
water running at like 9 o'clock at night. You want to know what it was?
what?
The inlet into the house from the well to my well tank. It decided it didn't want to be connected anymore and blew off the fitting. And this like 1.5 inch pipe coming from my well pump, 200 feet in the ground,
Mm-hmm.
is now just open with the well pump
Oh,
on
well, that's not good.
in the basement. It's shooting water at like 20 gallons a minute across my whole basement.
Is your basement finished?
No,
Oh, that's good.
it was a pain in the ass because I
Mhm.
had to suck up water off the floor.
That's not good.
But god damn, that was an
So
event.
don't scroll down yet.
Not
So
scrolling.
3 beds and 1 bath is pretty generous when you look at the picture of this house.
One of those does not. One of those is not it. One of those is a closet. Okay.
Now, you can scroll down now.
Okay, that's not a kitchen. What happened? Why?
I mean, I can show you the bathroom, and it's that picture where the toilet's sitting right there, and then there's
Yeah,
like half a tub sitting there.
yeah. What happened to this house?
An unexperienced flipper probably bought it, demoed everything, and realized, oh shit, I have to actually put shit back together.
Hmm. Somebody bought this for 100 grand? Oh, I bet you this has
Oh,
been sitting for a long time.
yeah, I think someone,
Well, I'm actually no. I can almost guarantee this picture shows me it's been sitting for a long time.
yeah, someone bought it, decided to flip it, probably had no idea what to do it, and has just sat on it for years.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's not great. I don't know where
Yeah, there
these
hasn't been.
I don't know where these bedrooms and bathrooms are that they speak of, or bedroom and bath. How do you get to three? Are you counting the kitchen?
Mhm.
Like, I'm looking at this house and I'm thinking divided into four quarters. You have bedroom, bedroom, kitchen, living room. I don't see where they're putting another one. Unless it's outside under this porch.
That one go already? There was another one we almost looked at, but then it was in a flood zone. I'm like, I'm not dealing with it, and we didn't look at it.
That sounds a little annoying.
You have to pay like $3,000 a year in flood insurance. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, that's a bit.
Oh yeah, it's already pending again. It was up for like a day, cause like the last, yeah, that's
That's
yeah.
quick.
Well, no, it was like it's been pending sales like a couple times now. I don't know. Whoever gets that, good on them. But I don't think. I think they're getting screwed out with whatever's going on. Not many other houses posted up. Some like Richie ones that
Yeah.
are rich. Uh, at this rate, one day it's gonna be cheaper just to build a new house than buy one. So
I've heard of that happen before with people. But then you gotta find land, and that's hard too.
there's a lot of land.
Gotta find land that you like. It's almost as much as buying a house.
I
And then I
do.
feel like you start getting pickier because now instead of finding a house, you have to find land for the house.
Yeah. There's a
I don't
land
know.
in a lot of places I would want to live,
Yeah,
just not
that's
houses.
good.
So
Do
I'm
you
hoping
aspire
like
to build your own house someday?
probably the house after this we'd build,
Okay, just curious.
or like
Some
do.
people don't want to, some people do, you know.
I would. I would think that like my goals are we get this house to set us up for the next house, which would be like kids getting to be teenagers with like
Gotcha.
out of like this is to have the first kid, maybe like accidentally have the second kid,
Sure.
and then the next house would be like we're gonna make sure we're in an okay school district just in case like timelines would never
Yeah,
work
no.
out,
Yeah.
but we're not really worried about school districts as of now. So we're like a couple years out from having kids, and then they're like, when you have a
There's
kid, it's
just
like
a chunk of
6 years
time still.
until they would start school. So
It's more like 5, but yeah.
5 or 6, depending on how old they're. Like I was 6 pretty quick, 'cause I had an October birthday.
Maybe. I feel like
I
I
would
was. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
um I would always want to start my kids late than early. I don't know
Yeah.
I should know when your birthday is, but
May.
May.
I don't.
Like you, I would
I
have
don't
started
remember
you.
birthdays, so don't. I'm not. I don't care.
I would have started you late. So you could have started school where you were probably the youngest out of all your friends.
I
Like
think I was.
so everyone had their license before you in your grade.
I think
Is that what
so.
it was?
I think so.
So if like I had a kid, birthday was in May, instead of having them start at 5 years old, I would have started them at 6, and now they're the oldest of their year,
Yeah,
and they're
true.
gonna get everything early. I it it might be selfish, but like, their kids are gonna be always older for sports if the sports are important to them. They're gonna get their license before all their friends. That's just like a big thing.
Hmm.
Um,
Interesting.
you're always just a little bit ahead of the people you're around, and I'd rather be ahead of my friends than behind them.
Hmm. I've never really thought about it too much, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So in that sense, I would always try to make my kids as close to 6 starting as possible because I think it's only ever going to make them happier to be older than younger. When I went to college, I was pretty much 21 as soon as possible. I could start drinking with my 21-year-old friends. Some people like Madeline had to wait another 6 months after me to even go to a bar with me. And that was like a whole school year
You're
worth.
talking about things that sound kind of familiar now that I think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. So
Huh.
it's not a philosophy everyone follows, but definitely,
No, but it's something that I didn't think about, to be honest with you.
yeah, definitely how I would choose. So, um, yeah, after that, I would build a home, like make it nice. Make sure those rooms are good. Make sure they have a bathroom. Make sure we have enough like a basement for like for them to hang out with friends.
Yeah,
A good garage setup. You know,
build a shed out back.
yeah. So unless I'm not against finding like you find that one that is just everything you want minus some like weird
Yeah,
stuff.
no, but it's definitely hard.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is like I can only guess this would be like with our price range now. Yeah, this is like I don't know. I like just found a picture of like new construction, but like I'm not a fan of like these layouts. Like here,
But that's the
this
thing you
one
get to change is everything,
in
you
10
know.
years after her and me making more money, like this is probably what we could like put on a house and not like still be breaking the bank. But when I look at this and be like, if I'm paying that amount of dollars for that kitchen, I'm just gonna be upset.
I don't even hate the kitchen, but I agree with you.
I don't hate it. I just don't think that's like a four hundred
I'm gonna be
thousand
honest,
dollar
that's
kitchen.
similar to my kitchen. I have a little bit extra counter space though.
Okay, because I feel it has like little to no counter space.
Also, okay, I have a few more feet of counter space, but then also like right right here, see that outlet on the wall?
Mhm.
Coming out from there, I have a peninsula that's like a 6 foot counter space.
Mhm.
That's just like other shit. Like you get the mail, it goes on there. You got the coffee mug with the pens, you know, you got a plant or two, all that random stuff goes over there. And
Yeah.
it's also under counter storage, which helps a lot.
It's. I think it's weird. I'm not even getting much of a dining. Not that I want a dining room, but like your dining room space is like again for what you're
Okay,
paying for this house is
also
like
looking at it, I probably have like 5 or 6 extra feet of counter space. Just like longer of a stretch.
I don't see how you're like happy. Like okay, this one
That's a small kitchen for this size of house.
I'd be happier with like this. I'm not even a kitchen guy, but like I want counter space if I'm paying for like this type of house.
This isn't even that much bigger, but yeah, I like it a lot more. I
This
don't
is
know if
laid
it's
out
like
better.
layout or what, but yeah, I like it.
I think it's because they're trying. Yeah, yeah. I'd be happy with one of those types of houses, like new construction. There's just a
Yeah.
lot of nice things. New, not that like just because it's new, it's better. New construction. There's a lot of
You're not buying someone's problems.
Well, no, I think they just got a lot better with making houses because new
Yeah, that's true.
construction. There's a lot of modern day things they do that are just kind of like nice and like windows and window placements are huge in new construction. Like natural light became like a thing people are excited about.
Yeah,
Um, Lack of fireplaces that aren't like hugely intrusive,
yeah,
like in the living room, like that's fine. But like in
yeah.
an old house,
It's not a big fireplace though.
no,
Like,
but like in an old house that'd be like 4 feet of brick coming out and
yeah,
like a
I'm
huge ass
following. Yeah,
like they're just
absolutely.
they eat up like space. Lights. You know how hard it is to fucking have like just lights on your ceiling that you can turn a light switch on? That's just such a foreign concept back then.
So like, my dad did a lot of the work building the house I'm in,
Hmm.
and he thought about a lot of those things. Like, I feel like my house is an extremely well thought out house,
Yeah. I mean,
as
like this room,
opposed to like just somebody making a house to make money.
yeah, like this room, it's not a house, but like this room, I don't have a light on the ceiling that I can just turn on.
Why is my question.
But then
Why
that's
not?
very common in like houses we've been seeing, like ranchers.
It's dumb.
I know it's like
It's because it
modern,
costs
like
money, and no one
it
wants to spend the money to do it. That's what I meant when I said this is a well thought out house, as opposed
mhm.
to one to make money.
Outlets. People are like, oh, you need like one outlet in a room. That's all you'll ever need.
There are so many outlets in my bedroom.
Yeah.
There's got to be two, four, six, eight, nine. There's got to be nine outlets in here at least.
Trying to like look at what else. Um,
And I have an overhead light.
my real estate agent's always going off on this, but he's like, modern day basements are amazing. Like they out of all the like issues over the decades of them learning how basements like can be awful with
Yeah.
like water and leaking and freezing
Yeah,
and
sure.
stuff, he's like modern day basements are like pretty perfect for what they need to be.
Yeah. They've gotten good at that.
Like the
Whether it's
solid
the
block
pouring concrete or like engineered walls and stuff.
and they
They've gotten
seal
good.
it. They like
Yeah.
seal the house so like water can't even like touch the concrete anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um Most basements have just high enough ceilings that you can like finish them and they're not like too low.
Yeah.
Like
They've
they
gotten
dig them
better for
deep
sure.
enough now. Like this house I like. The only thing I don't like is I hate that they consider like that a double car or two car garage. I'd rather like two single car garages because I think that's the only way you can ever get two real cars
You
in a
get a lot
garage.
more space. So it's doable depending on what you drive. Um,
Just not two SUVs. It just doesn't
but
work out.
it's yeah, it's not great. Not great. Unless you do it right, like from the building. Like if this came out another 4 feet, it'd be so much easier because you could pull in a little bit to the side as you come in, and you'd have that space. You'd have that room. But no. And that's the other thing. Like the garage that got put onto this house, it's like oversized in every direction.
Hmm.
It's like a 24 by 36, which they're usually like 18 by a lot smaller. There's like a lot of room.
Yeah,
My dad used to park an crew cab short bed F-350 in the garage.
big. Uh,
Yeah.
bathrooms weren't. Bathrooms have like vanities. They don't have like the pedestal. And the issue is like a lot of older bathrooms are like sized for a pedestal, not a vanity.
True. Yeah. That's a
Again,
timing thing.
modern
I don't think you have to
construction.
go too crazy new either.
No, you don't.
You have
Because
to
new
go like
construction is a lot more
the
thought
past
out
20
and like
years.
yes. you start looking at older houses and you're like, oh yeah, that's really dumb. Why they thought that was like,
That was okay, yeah. Yeah, Nick, the bathroom's for pooping and washing your hands. That's it.
you don't need
My
counter
room's
space
not
for
allowed to
anything
have
else.
counter space. No. You're
Um,
not gonna get any of it anyways.
like that other house I showed you where they put the goddamn dishwasher in the dining room
That
because they
was
figured.
dumb. That was the only way for them to get a dishwasher in that house, though.
I know it, but it's just like that stuff.
Yeah, no, that was dumb.
I
I
didn't.
th- I mentioned that to my dad, and he was like, "What do you mean it was on the other side?"
One day I want to meet your dad. I feel like I've heard I know so much. I feel like he knows a lot about me, but I like
Probably not as much as you think. No,
okay. I feel like
I
you
just like
talked to.
the certain things. I don't know.
Gotcha. My family knows all about everything because of the podcast.
Yeah,
But yeah, modern construction. It's pretty nice. That's all I have to say about that one.
stuff, good stuff.
We should probably finish because it's like still an hour, almost an hour and 40.
Yeah, yeah. It's you're welcome. I think.
Yeah,
I hope you
because
enjoyed listening.
probably not, but maybe. Rambling of two guys who live in Pennsylvania, the same roughly geographical location.
Trying to go political on me, Nick?
Geopolitical. I wasn't. We were talking about it because like Dr. Oz is running for PA Senate. I don't know if you know that.
No, I don't.
Like that doctor from like daytime
Yeah,
television,
no,
Dr. Oz.
yep.
He's trying to be a PA senator.
Oh God,
Like
great.
he might be representing like us as a state
Why us?
because he doesn't live here, but he lives here. He lives in New Jersey, but he owns real estate in Pennsylvania.
Great.
Yeah, the more you know. Because that's all we have for this week's episode of Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast. Thanks for listening and goodbye.
See you later, everybody.